Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Amri bin Jifferi, and today I would like to present about my PSM project, which is development of sandwich wall panel using recycled paper for thermal and acoustic properties. Okay, for the content, it consists of introduction, problem statement, literature review, objective, scope of study, methodology chart, testing, expected outcome, conclusion and references, and the last one is Gantt chart. Okay, for the introduction, in recent years, they have been used as a structural building component in many industrial and office building. They are used now being extended to residential building construction due to their ability to improve the structural and thermal performance of houses. However, in recent times, the sandwich wall panel have been increasingly used in building structure, particularly as roof and wall cladding system. They are also used significantly as internal wall and ceilings. Sandwich panel is a panel type composed of three materials that adhere together to form one. Sandwich panel are used in a variety of applications in the construction industry, from roof panel to floor panel to the very wall that make up a building itself. Sandwich panel can also be referred to as composite made panels, meaning they are formed out of more than one type of material. Okay, for the problem statement, the first problem statement is sandwich wall panel is a pre-made wall panel mold. After skilled prefabrication in the plant, the components are instantly delivered to the site for assembly. The production experience of the cast-in-place structure can be transplant well. The quality is easy to guarantee, and the disadvantage is that the weight is relatively large, according to Lee LL. 2018. The second problem statement is composite walls are usually used in a load-bearing wall that demand excellent energy efficiency. They have a lesser load-bearing capacity than standard concrete wall, and due to their structural properties cannot achieve high seismic effects. However, standard manufacture composite wall panel will always have crack due to panel technical reason, according to Lu S. Ninyan 2018. And the last problem statement is paper and paper product generate the largest portion of most municipal solid waste in Malaysia. Paper recycling can significantly reduce the quality of material being thrown into landfill every day. It also saves the local council a huge amount of money, as they spend between 40 to 70% of their annual allocation on waste collection and disposal, according to the Tanam 2021. Okay, for the objective of this study are: first, to determine a suitable proportion of recycled paper and cement glue for sandwich wall panel, and the second one to measure the physical, acoustic and thermal properties of the panel, and the last one to compare between the new product with the existing product. Okay, for the literature review, the first evaluating properties of lightweight sandwich wall panel, author Pius Bandari 2016, methodology, thermocol, panel size were 50 x 50 x 7 cm, and beam size were 10 x 30 x 7 cm. Two types of mesh configuration were used. First consists of a single mesh layer on each side of thermocol core, and second consists of double layer of mesh on both sides of thermocol core. For the findings, density test, the average density of panel was 1,570 kilogram meter cube, which are comparatively less than concrete and brick. Rebound hammer test, sample 1, single layer of mesh, compressive strength 13.5 Newton mm square. Sample 2, double layer of mesh, compressive strength 18.5 Newton mm square. Okay, the second one, the design of an impedance tube and testing of sound absorption coefficient of selected material, authored by R. Duris and E. Lavasova 2021. Foam methodology. The sound absorption coefficient curve measure for foam of 44 mm thickness has similar tendency as presented in for the foam with thickness 40 mm. For the finding, the sound absorption coefficient and reflection factor around the frequency 850 Hz. Material properties of foam were determined in the frequency range from 200 Hz to 1600 Hz. The sample was cut using a laser graving and cutting machine. Okay, the third for literature review is thermomechanical behavior of sandwich panel with graphitic foam cores. Author by Quintana and Mower, 2017. Graphitic foam measure of thermal conductivity of sandwich panel through the thickness using heat input on one phase with receptive heater conducted through aluminum strut into liquid nitrogen, cold plate. Entire assembly was placed under vacuum during testing. Okay, for the finding, the prediction were based on measured thermal conductivities for phase sheet material and reported thermal conductivities of 135 WMK for the graphitic foam. Okay, for the scope of study, the scope of this study are first using recycled paper as main material of sandwich panel, and then the size of sandwich wall panel is 2 feet times 1 feet, while the thickness of core recycling paper with cement glue in the middle layer is about 50 mm, and then the top of bottom layer thickness around 0.03 mm to 0.05 mm by applying the skim coat. And then test involve thermal conductivity K value, and then acoustic material testing, which is impedance tube, and recycled paper should be stirred with cement glue before adding it into the panel to ensure the good bond between the material. And the physical testing, density and rebound hammer. For the reinforcement, I use a wire mesh. Okay, for the methodology chart, starting from start and then go to the problem statement, and then go to literature review, collecting data, preparation of sample. In preparation of sample, first shred the recycled paper manually and wet until it crumbles, and then ratio proportion, recycled paper which is 30 to 40% and cement glue 60 to 70%. And then go to produce of sandwich wall panel. First mix recycled paper with cement glue into mold, which is formwork, size 2 times 1 feet and with thickness 50 mm, and then drying curing under the sun for 24 hours. Okay, for the vibration, tap around the mold to avoid void while the work of making sandwich wall panel in progress. Okay, the last one is provide 2 layers for core sandwich wall panel and follow by step. And then after that, we go to the testing. For the testing, first testing is physical, which is rebound hammer and density. And second testing is acoustic, which is impedance tube. And the third testing is thermal, which is thermal conductivity. After we done the testing, we need to see the result, which is the result is success or fail. If the result is fail, we're gonna remake the produce of sandwich wall panel. If the result is success, we're gonna go to the analysis and discussion and make a conclusion and recommendation. After that, finish. Okay, and then for the testing, rebound hammer test, which is density to measure the strength of sandwich wall panel. The second one is sound absorption coefficient, which is using the impedance tube to observe the noise. And then thermal with thermal conductivity using the Soltec model HE 110, which is thermal is to observe the heat transfer. Okay, for the expected outcome, the objective of the above test is to get the best possible strength, acoustical and thermal qualities in order to see if the usage of material in this study is capable of producing superior acoustic panel than earlier studies. In addition, the above mentioned material may be used to create an effective sound absorption panel with a high sound coefficient, good thermal properties and average strength in this study. Okay, for the conclusion. In conclusion, the use of recycled paper bond with cement glue and wire mesh layer have help to enhance properties of sandwich wall panel. The panel which are extremely strong yet lightweight compared to other building method are ideal for a wide range of building application. This reduce cost and significantly cut down building time. In the development of new low energy, low cost, environmentally and ecologically sound housing solution, sandwich wall panel is the ideal product for rehousing and for new housing or industrial construction. The material for this project are easily available, where the other building material are not easily available. It is environment friendly. Sandwich wall panel are useful where there is need of quickly rehabilitation. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.